Peace, peace. This is Ali coming at you on behalf of SAliMyers.com and my new website, L9shop.com, the online metaphysical superstore. So it's been about a month and a half since I made a video, and this video is very important for people doing ancestor altars. As you know, I put out a lot of information regarding altar work. So if you have an ancestor altar and you're wanting to know if your ancestor altar is working, then this video will help you out tremendously. Before I begin, since we are talking about altars, I want to honor and pay homage to my ancestors, both known and unknown. Peace and blessings be upon them. Pay homage to my spiritual parents, Lord Indra, Oshun, and the god Tahuti. And I also want to pay homage and respect to my masters, Dr. Mitchell Gibson and Sharia Cabby Gibson, Tyro.com. So you have an ancestor altar and you're wanting to know if it's working. Now, this is a very deep conversation. For one thing, your personal karma has a lot to do with what you're going to expect once you set up your ancestor altar and especially start working with it. Everyone has their own personal karma. You have to get with a professional or someone who's adept at that to tell you what your karma is. But if you do know what your karma is, then you know that's personal to you. And just because you have that personal karma doesn't mean that your neighbor, your family members, your friends, your husband, wife, whatever, that they have the same personal karma. So first off the bat, your karma has a lot to do with what you can expect after you do your ancestor altar work. Another thing that's very important is your ancestors, their spiritual maturity is definitely a big part. Put it like this: if you have ancestors that are closely related to you and say they were Christian, say they grew up Southern Baptist, that's all they knew, a lot of their incarnations had to do with Southern Baptist ministry. That's all they did for lifetime after lifetime was join a church, become a follower of sheep. And that's what they do every lifetime. Now they're in the ancestor realm. Do you think those ancestors are going to benefit you as much as someone in your bloodline that was into magic or hoodoo priests, or they had a comedic past lives where they were a pharaoh or something like that? Simply put, your ancestors, the level that they're at, that's how they're going to be able to help you. So if you have ancestors in your bloodline, you come from a royal bloodline, come from a long line of shamans and priests and prophets and stuff like that, those ancestors are related to you and they'll be able to help you in whatever their particular specialty is. But if you have ancestors that, like I said, they've been in a church all their life, it's not to say they can't help you, but they may not be able to help you as much as a more spiritually involved soul. Let's just put it like that. So first, personal karma has a lot to do with it. Your ancestors have a lot to do with it. Now let's get to you personally in this lifetime, because this is what you can dictate and affect. Your personal karma, you know, we're working out our karma in this lifetime, but you can go in the past. That's a whole nother video. You can go in the past and rearrange things, so to speak, but for the most part, your karma is what it is. Your ancestors, they are what they are. What you can affect is your efforts right now. You know, I've stated several times on several videos that usually it's one person in the family that's interested in doing altar work, meditation, alternative ways of connecting with the Most High, spirituality. It's usually one person in the family. If you're watching this video, you're probably that person. And if you are, I'd like to call you the ambassador of your family. If you're the ambassador of your family, you're the only one that's interested in honoring the ancestors by way of an altar, that becomes a lot of responsibility on your plate. With the ancestors in particular, because they're different than deities, with the ancestors in particular, you're more so helping them. You know, according to the teachings of Father, Dr. Gibson, that when the ancestors cross over, they still need things. They still need money, places to live. They still have jobs. Their life continues on outside of this 3D reality. So when they cross over, they still need help and assistance. Because a lot of people aren't erecting altars and working with them, a lot of our ancestors, you know, sadly enough, they're going through darkness kind of blind. That's why it's important to light a candle on your altar to get their attention. You know, we made videos talking about how to go about doing the altar work. So my point is, if you are the ambassador of your family, you're the one that's taking the responsibility of honoring and taking care of the ancestors, then it's important that you're steadfast in your practice. This means every day. Every day you're saying prayers or words spoken, and you're giving an offering, and the plus degree with altars is ancestor money, joss paper. SOLMyers.com, click on altar work. You can see much information dealing with ancestor money, and we also sell it on L9shop.com. But when you put ancestor money, it's a very good way of dissolving the debt of your ancestors. And the way it works, since they have money in their spiritual bank, they can help you in your life. So let's get to the fun stuff on what to expect. Granted, this is what to expect after you're being consistent with your altar work. If you're doing it once a week, once a month, and you're looking for these profound experiences and stuff like that, more than likely it's not going to happen. Not saying it won't, but more than likely it's not going to happen. But what I've noticed with my own personal life and people that I've helped, establish ancestor work, they have noticed these things after they've been consistent with it. So let's lay down a few things you can expect. One thing that you can expect is your life may get worse before it gets better. It may get worse before it gets better. The theory is, or the way it works, and this is a whole nother video in itself too, but the way it works is a lot of things that we have to deal with, most times, more times than not, we avoid it. If you're shy, what do you normally do? You avoid people. So how are you going to work on shyness if you're running away from that which you came here to work on? So, without giving so many examples, when you start to work with the altar, it'll bring things to the surface. Some of these things aren't beautiful, but it's the old adage, when you go through the darkness, get to the light. That darkness is usually ugly. So using our example, if you're a person that came here to work on shyness, you want to be more assertive in public, well, your ancestors are going to send you people intentionally so you can work on that which you're struggling with. And the way it works is you start to learn the lesson of, you know what, I don't have to be shy. I can be a little more outgoing. Then that lesson is over and you can reap the benefits. Like say you're interested in having a mate come into your life, but you still have an issue of shyness that's blocking that mate coming into your life. After you work on these areas, then the ancestors, the gods, the Most High can send someone to you. But we all have certain lessons that we have to learn before we go to the next level. So one, your life may get worse before it gets better. And pay attention. Be very cognizant of what's coming into your reality, because they're usually tests. Another thing that you can expect is opportunities start to open for you. The ancestors can open doors that we cannot physically see and that we cannot physically open. We don't have a key to open some of the doors, but the ancestors, from a bird's eye view, they have the etheric key to get you into certain doors. So one of the things that you can expect are more opportunities. If you're looking to get a new home, the mortgage company may call you, jobs, business opportunities, societal relationships, all these things. Opportunities come your way, and it usually are the things that you need mostly. Not so much what you want, but what you need mostly. Another thing that you can experience, and for one thing, there's a myriad of things you can experience. I want to lay out in this video some of the more common things. I get this question often. But another thing that you can experience, that you may experience more than likely, is ancestors coming into your dreams. Now, these may be ancestors that you know, and they may be ancestors that you do not know. On a soul level, you know all your ancestors. So say, for instance, you have somebody in your dream, they kind of resemble someone in your family, but you do not know who they are. But they're talking to you, and it could be something small, like, how are you doing? Or they might show you their house or something. It could be something so minute and so insignificant. But what they're doing is showing you that they have a relationship with you. Our relationships are way more expansive than physical body-to-body relationships. We have relationships in the etheric realm. We have relationships in the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, all the way up. So the ancestors, more times than not, they resonate more on the astral realm, which is the intersection of our dreams. So if you start to experience people in your dreams that you're not familiar with, or people in your dreams that you know, then that is a way that they're showing you that your work is not in vain. They are with you. They are connected with you. If you're lucid, that'd be a perfect opportunity for you to conversate with them and have a one-on-one conversation with them. Another thing to expect, and I'll make this the last one, so this video is not 45 minutes or whatever, because like I said, there's a lot of things to expect. But another thing to expect are random thoughts and insights and downloads. You might have an inspired thought to start writing a book. Another thing that a lot of people experience is, you know what, I need to switch my altar around. You know, people email me and message me questions about, you know, should I rearrange my altar? I'm feeling like doing it. Usually when you have that feeling, that's the ancestors exactly telling you what they want. Do not allow your ego to be like, oh, well, I don't eat pork. Why do the ancestors? It doesn't work that way. They're going to communicate more than likely with you telepathically. So it's important to increase your intuition, because the more intuitive and psychic you are, you can get information from non-physical places, i.e. the spiritual realm. So you may have flashes of thoughts, insights. Instead of going to work in a specific way, you may be led to go to work on an alternative route. Follow those gut instincts, because that alternative route may lead you to your life partner, or may lead you to another job opportunity. Like I said, the gods and the ancestors have a bird's eye view, so they can see what's coming up before we can see what's coming up. After you establish a relationship with them through the altar, you start working with them, they'll be able to see more for you, and more importantly, be able to tell you more. So this has been Ali. If you want to find out more information about myself and what we do, be sure to visit my website, salimyers.com. If you're looking for metaphysical tools, spiritual supplies, altar work supplies, statues, you know, the myriad of spiritual supplies that we use, go to our new website, l9shop.com. That's EL, the number 9, shop.com. Until next time,